All right, we're back. And we survived it, man. We survived Hurricane Helene. And we're in Asheville, North Carolina. And boy, she brought everything. She brought the kitchen sink. She brought the bathtub. She threw everything at us. Mudslides, tornadoes. You know, just the winds, the rains, the flooding around here. You know, she even stopped by and dropped a couple trees. And I say a couple, there are trees everywhere. And now these tree companies want to come from Greensboro or Charlotte or name a place. And the amount that they're asking for to take down these trees is astronomical. And we have 4 trees. We called out one company. I'm not going to name their names or anything right now, but we called them out, and they said they take down 4 trees for $10,000. Well, tree company, you ain't going to get my $10,000 for 4 trees. I don't think so. They even said, hey, you know what? The one that's on the ground right now, we'll chop it up and cut the branches off for you. We'll do that for $800. What you think about that? And I said, nope, that ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen today, sunshine. So I went over to a neighbor's house, and I figured I'd remedy the situation myself. So he let me borrow this little Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So trees, you better get ready, because we're going to take a ride on the wild side. Let's get into this episode. Good Monday. Good to be here once again, alive more than anything. We are alive here in Asheville, North Carolina, after the devastation that had happened 2 weeks ago. I guess I'll jump this thing off like that, First I wanted to say, and it's probably a cliche because people say it all the time, but my prayers go out to all the families that were affected by the storm that happened. Man, that was for all the people that don't know, we had a hurricane come through Asheville, North Carolina, and it was a nasty, nasty whirlwind of a hurricane that whipped through here. Most of the southeast, I should say. But mainly this little mountain town, Chimney Rock, Swannanoa, Black Mountain, the surrounding counties just got severely punished. They called it Hurricane Helene. And boy, she was put up wet and hung up dirty, everyone. As you can probably tell from some of the stuff that has been online, some of the photographs or videos or whatever you've been looking at, you've noticed the flooding, the trees down, the trees. Like I said earlier, the trees, God, they were all over the place. They just, one by one, the electricity went out. We finally got electricity back. So instead of, hopscotching with an elderly person at the end of your day, or doing something, because when the power goes out, God bless it. You think that it's the end of the world more than anything. You think, oh my God, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? So you get real creative. You start, you start pulling out a ball of, I don't know, I mean, a ball of yarn or something like that, that's been sitting in your closet for almost, half a century or something like that. And you're like, well, I guess now's the time to start knitting that, knitting those pajama pants that I've been thinking about, or maybe maybe you're gonna knit up a damn little I don't know, a sweater for your dog or something like that. And the thing that gets me about the power is, I keep going into the same rooms, and I, like an idiot, keep turning the dang light switch on. Like the blessed be, I'll have power, and fool me once, shame on me. Fool me again, shame on me. That sort of thing. But gosh, during that storm, the winds were just howling, and it was just unbelievable, the sounds, and it was just huffing and puffing, and she just, this Helene wasn't willy-nilly about what she was going to do around here at all. Emptying, trash cans that had been emptied out the next day, they're rolling around in people's yards like plastic tumbleweeds. Trees, again, the trees just getting ripped out of the ground. And the devastation that happened around here. At one point in time, I saw this woman walking a dog that was, I swear to you, probably only a couple ounces, And once the wind got a hold of that little Korean taco, it just pushed that little thing up against a mailbox, and it flew into some mulch. And the lady's like, okay, enough of this, She was like, Karina, or whatever it was, Ashley, whatever their that little pooch's name was, but the dog was all right. The dog was okay. Everybody around me was okay. But dang, I mean, we were out of power, and people are still. Sorry, I had a little trying to get me going this morning, because we just, we got power back on a couple days ago, and people are still without power. People are without water still. Tens of thousands of people, without water. And it's just and the thing is, the amount of water that came through this area was we were all out there playing Marco Polo while our homes were being washed away in some areas right in front of our eyes, And then the city goes ahead and turns the water off. And that's the thing about this place, is we invited so many people into this area, and our infrastructure just can't handle it. Our council, our Buncombe County Council, needs to do something about this. And it's just so unbelievable, the amount of destruction. People were running around here holding people up at gas stations. There was a shootout at a gun store with the SWAT team for 4 hours. And they're doing all this with the water turned off. People still, again, don't have water. There's no clean water around here. For almost 2.5 weeks, let's see, 3 weeks now. No, 2.5. I don't even know what day it is. I know it's Monday. What is it? It's the 14th. And we're working on episode 80, whatever it is. I don't even know. 87, 86, 80, whatever it is. the amount of destruction that took place around here was just, I mean, people lost their moms and dads, families. You have children running up and down. There's a lake around here called Lake Lure. And Lake Lure was just, it was, the water had no mercy for anybody, you know? And kids are running up and down the shore looking for their mom and dad still. And, you know, I try not to get into political, you know, conversations or anything like that, but this, you know, like that, the presidential election is happening this week. You know, we're starting to be able to vote this week. And supposedly they're saying that this disaster, it'll affect the outcome of who the president will be, you know? And look, man, you know, I try to keep this light most of the time and that sort of thing. And I will, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, and putting all, you know, we're just trying to, right now, we're just trying to get back to normal. And normal is not normal anymore, you know? But the thing is, our government didn't step in until a week after the disaster, which is mind-blowing to me. So it was just on us as civilians, even people that don't live around here. Private helicopters came in and helped people get off roofs. You know, 3-story apartments were flooded and washed away. There was so much water. They said that Niagara Falls puts out like 7,200 and some odd gallons of water per minute. And Lake Lure was putting out 13,000 and some change. So almost double the amount of water. So if that rings a little, you know, bell in your membrane, then you do the math. I'm not good at math, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit all over the place, but it's just us trying to get back to normal. And the thing is, the greatest thing about all of this is us as civilians, because the government didn't step in until later, us as civilians said, you know, we got this. You know, we're just a little mountain town, like I said, but we got this. We got this. You know, Republican or Democrat, put the political stuff to the side and let us work together to try to do something for us. We need to work for us, you know, as civilians, to try to even do anything around here. You know, FEMA came by. You know, they stopped by for a week or so. And then they were out. You know? And it's like, I get it. And hopefully, you know, they'll come back, because there's plenty of anarchy and plenty of stuff to clean up around here that we can't. So, it's just outlandish. It is. It's totally, you know, and the thing is, at one point in time, and again, I don't like to bring up political stuff, but the president of the United States rode around in a helicopter around here for an hour. And because he was taking flight in there, up in the sky, up in this beautiful mountain sky, and he's just looking at all the treachery that had happened. Everybody that was going out and rescuing people by helicopter, plane, sailboat, you know, fuck, you name it, man. You know, they all had to not be in the air to go rescue people because of a president that doesn't want to try to run again, which is asinine at its best, I guess. And, you know, people are going to probably say, look, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. And I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But you got to live here. I've lived here for 30 years. So when it comes down to this area and me looking at things and me living in it, you know what? I kind of know what I'm talking about. You know? And it's just crazy that half of our city still doesn't have water or power. That's just, and I get it. And even the schools are not, like, they are not in session at all. And the death toll just keeps rising and rising and rising. And, you know, and a lot of people are probably thinking, hey, man, you know what? Like, this incident happened 2 weeks ago. Like, you know, well, you know, I just got power back on so I could do the podcast again. The Samaritans group, the Samaritan's Purse. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're Billy Graham's squad, you know, and they came through, man. And they've been helping out neighborhoods left and right, you know. And they've been cutting trees out of people's yards and lending that helping hand. And I can't thank you enough from Samaritan's Purse. Like, we as a community, like, you guys did so much work for us. And you guys are a real blessing, you know, and I hope you guys know that if for some odd reason you guys listen to this. We all thank you. I mean, thank you for being here. You know, and they're a type of organization that rolls around the country, you know, different people from different sides of life. Dallas. I met someone from Montana. I met someone from Philadelphia, you know, Connecticut. You know, some people even left their state. You know, Florida just got plummeted, you know, just got washed out, you know, and a couple people left from Florida to come up here to help. And it has just been a stellar group of people, you know, and they asked nothing from any of us. So, you know, they're just just overall a great helpful organization. You know, some of the stuff that they you know, you'd have to look them up and everything, and you make your choice about the group, but but overall, you know, some of the stuff that they stand for, you know, okay, it's not my thing, but for them to come in and clean up this disaster, they've done more than FEMA in a way. I mean, I hate to throw FEMA under the bus, but when they came in here, they acted. And I'm probably, you know, again, you're probably thinking you don't know what you're talking about. And maybe I don't, because this disaster has never happened in this area. You know, this is like a 1 in 1,000 chance of stuff happening, you know. And the thing is, we're the cause, you know. We are, like, us. We're the ones that I think, you know, this is just me thinking, and of course I'm dumb and I'm no scientist and I'm not wearing, you know, any coat or anything like that, you know, no doctorate or anything, but I would assume that us driving cars, power plants, you know, littering. You look at our oceans, and our oceans are just covered in trash and junk and shit and everything. And we, I think we, as a whole, caused this storm. And most people will say, well, you know what? Many people will say probably like that's impossible. Like human beings can't cause the weather to happen the way it does. Well, you know what? Everyone thought global warming was a bunch of bullshit, bullshit. But you know what? It's for real. But anyways, I hope that we can get back to normal, and it's going to take years for us to do that. So, everyone thinks, or not everyone, some people think, months. It's not going to be like that. It won't. Normalcy will kind of cease to exist for a little while. But again, I just hope that everybody around, even in Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, the whole Southeast, I just hope that everyone is alive. Again, alive. We're alive. We're alive. So, but anyways, and the thing is, I had very close friends that lost their homes, and I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it, and that's the most. I just don't know what to do. So, of course, we could try to do GoFundMe's and that sort of thing, and maybe that will help. But you can't replace the things that people have lost. Old scrapbooks of families. Heirlooms. Green Bay jerseys. You know what I'm talking about. But we're still, we're fortunate. We are so fortunate to be here, and again to be alive. And I'm just glad to be here with you guys right now. So, say a prayer for all those families out there that just that lost somebody. Well, since we got power back on and everything, and the first thing I did, I don't know what it was with me, but I just wanted to watch a movie, and it's October, so we got horror, suspense, thriller movies and that sort of thing coming out. You want to climb up right behind your cousin and start licking his neck or something like that. At this time, it's okay. But spooky ghouls and all that is coming around the corner because we got Halloween coming up in about 2 weeks or so. But I sat down and I watched. I sat down and I watched Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3. And I'm not one for I used to be growing up. I used to like all that, bloodshed and gore and people's intestines getting ripped out of their throats, and you got it. People are wearing a different set of eyes that aren't theirs, and they're just doing it up. But I sat down and watched that, and I'm not gonna give you exactly what happened or anything like that, but But I actually enjoyed it. I don't know why, you know. Maybe it was in the mood that I was in from not seeing anything for 2.5 weeks. Uh and man, I could definitely say the beginning of that film was it was hardcore. It just like, afterwards you're like, God, okay. That's crazy that they allowed this in the theaters. And of course, they only allowed it at like the night or evening hours because, I mean, to say that it's rated R is that's just a vowel or a syllable or whatever you want to call it. It's not even a vowel, but it's a letter in the damn alphabet for sure. They should have probably put a number back behind it, like R18 or R17, NA7, whatever. I mean, something like that, because, dude, it got, man. I mean, this dude running around with this little, hat, miming things out. And the thing is, I don't trust mimes. I don't trust anyone that pretends that they're in some invisible bubble, building a damn sandcastle or whatever they're trying to do, eating fake bananas and doing, miming with their hands, pretending to get out of a glass house or whatever they're doing. But this guy unleashed some stuff, man. It was some of it. If you aren't into the whole blood fest gore thing, then, definitely stay away from it. But if you just got a little inkling just creeping up your spine for a second, because you're like, what is the deal with this? You want to get grossed out for a little bit, you want to not have sex with your girlfriend that night, fucking watch this thing. But hot damn, man. Hot damn. That movie was interesting. It was interesting. It makes me want to, I don't know if you need to see 1 and 2 to understand what's going on, I guess. I saw like maybe half of 2 and I was like, it's not for me, but then I guess the Christmas feel, because it's supposed to happen during Christmas, and he's hacking and, making things, red for Christmas, I guess, if you want to say that. So, anyways, since it's Halloween and since it's October, we got to get into those horror movies, And I remember growing up, and Mom used to always invite the neighborhood over for, Friday night would be Nightmare on Elm Street, with Freddy's and Jason Voorhees, with, that guy's just rolling around, everyone says that he played hockey or whatever, and I don't believe that, but yeah, she used to invite the neighborhood over because my mom was the only one to let us at 6, 7 years old. She was the only mom that would let us watch that sort of thing. So those memories of nostalgia, I just, again, man, I love backing up in nostalgia. I just do, like, in my mind. Some people say, hey, nostalgia's for, it's the past, and the past, if you keep thinking about the past, then it'll, bring up other disillusions, and you'll get sad and that sort of thing. And I'm like, man, that's what, that's where I came from. That is what I'm about. So that's just what it is. I don't know. But again, if you're looking for a gory horror, then fucking there you go, man. Terrifier, I say. Terrifier 3, man. Get in there and see what happens. But dang, dude, that hurricane, man, that hurricane. Hey, if anybody out there, has anything or any input about the hurricane or is from around these surrounding areas and they want to, chip in their 2 cents about stuff, please get at us on the voicemail, or text line, and that number is 828-209-8777, man. We'd love to hear your input about what you guys are doing and what's happening around you and that sort of thing. Because man, again, I don't want to go back to it again. It's just to survive what we had happen to us around here it's unbelievable. It's heartbreaking, but it's unbelievable. So, let's jump into some. I'm going to jump into some strange news real quick, and we'll, I'm not going to make this too lengthy because there's a lot of work to be done outside. We're still cutting up trees, trees. So, but here we go, man. Some strange news for y'all. Some strange news. It says giant penis sculpture erected in the city square sparks outrage. Disgusting. Looks like they built a structure of an enormous veiny, erected, whatever you want to call it. It's some colorful manhood for you. How about that? Trying to keep it on the PG level right now. But you should see this thing. It's in the middle of Italy's town square in Plaza Manapichu in Nepal's Italy. And this thing, this thing is bright and vibrant. It says stunned tourists gathered around to snap photos of the not safe for work of art. And I guess it's a rainbow color. Oh, they call it a rainbow colored knob. Oh man, that's what I'm gonna start calling my little play toy right there. The what was it again? The rainbow colored knob. Hell yeah. It says it's just standing along the massive member are 2 giant hearts pierced by Cupid's arrow, which can be illuminated from within. Oh man. I don't know why they did this, but it says, from what they're saying, in Italy, you know how Italians are, man. Italians, they'll, they got some love making to do. If they're going to do it, they might as well do it behind this rainbow colored knob, I guess. But it says the installation expresses gratitude towards these surroundings that bring big energy to both creative work and people's love. So it says, however, gawkers on social media didn't share the enthusiasm of the creator of it. I can't pronounce his name. It's something. But some people say it is disgusting, nothing to do with art. But that's my personal opinion. Well, it's art. What do you think? I mean, If somebody wants to go out there, and blow up, a big old us, and light that thing up like a damn Christmas tree, then hey, you know what? Let's do it. They should put it right next to it, and then like tip them together so it looks like, looks like they're making an Italian baby out there. But boy, this thing looks, it's crazy looking. It's crazy looking. Okay, well that's one story for you guys. Here's another one. It says police discover drugs in a bag labeled definitely not a bag full of drugs. Well, hot damn. Okay. It says the stash was discovered in Portland, Oregon, when officers stopped a driver and passenger inside an alleged stolen car. And hot damn, they got cash, they got stash, they got scales, they got the bag that says definitely not full of drugs, and that Wild Wild West, they got that 6-shooter, that McCoy boy, and they got baggies, oh my God, they got, looks like some fentanyl in there and everything. Boy, they were going to go to an Epstein or a Diddy party. God, they were in it. Amazing. They got cash. They were going to go out. This is Saturday Night Fever right here. But it said the stash was discovered in Portland, Oregon when the officers stopped the car. Let's see. Last night, proactive police officer work from East Precinct night shift officers resulted in location of a stolen vehicle in the area of 162 Division. There was a bag full of drugs, scales, money, loaded firearm. The passenger and driver were taken into custody, and the charges are pending. And it says 10 grams of fentanyl and meth. God, these guys were wanting to turn into a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'll tell you what. It says the two are facing drug possession. Yeah. And a possession of a stolen vehicle. When... Who cares about the car? The car's the car. But when you got Ben Franklin, you got a ton of those. And then you got one, it looks like 2, 4, 6, 7 bags of maybe that's got to be the meth. I don't do meth, but I'm sure by the time I turn 80 and I feel like I'm going to drop out and I'll think about doing it maybe. How about that? But hot damn, dude, that's the bag said definitely not a bag full of drugs. Oh God, that's so hilarious. So funny. Man, I'm telling you, right when you think criminals can't get any more dumb, they can. So, anyways, man, okay, well, that's some news for you. Again, before we take off and everything, I'm just going to say that, we do have the presidential voting happening this coming week. I think it's starting on Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, McDonald's fries are like, I guess McDonald's is losing employees because of their fries or something. I don't know what it is. When does voting start? How about that? Just so we all know. Do 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 do. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Huh. When does voting for president start? It says in-person voting starts October 17th through November 2nd, and online voting is October 11th. But if you guys are going to vote, go in person. Do it in person. Don't wait till, don't do it online. That's how things get, pardon my French, but that's how shit gets fucked. Do it be respectable. Go to the polls. Just do it in line, just do it in person. So we got that going on. And I think that's it, guys, for right now. I didn't really have a whole episode planned because I didn't know when we were going to have power turn back on, of course. So, but next week we'll maybe, we'll get into some Halloween stuff, and then we're going to have a Halloween episode. I'm trying to get a pastry chef in here, so we could talk about sugary treats and all those, little chocolate morsel delights, that sort of thing. So that, I think that would be really interesting to have a pastry chef come in here and talk a little sugar with us. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna roll. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Please say a prayer for everyone around here in Western North Carolina and just the Southeast. More than anything, we're going through a hellacious time right now. So, call a family member, man. Call someone up, give someone a hug, slap someone on the ass, do something. Do something just to show that you're grateful for them being around and alive. So, all right, guys, stay true to yourselves. I'll catch you next time. And, check out that Terrifier, whatever he does. He's pointing at shit and, doing crazy stuff. But, anyways, okay. Guys, stay safe, and I'll see you next week. All right. Be well.